Right. Hey guys, good evening. So I'm not going to be on camera for this one because I'm headed to bed. Actually, I've had a long day. But I just want to first start out by saying happy Easter. If you guys are Christian, this is the day of the resurrection of Jesus Christ for the Christians. And then for me, I am pagan. So I just want to say Hail Astarte, Astera. Okay, because today for the pagans is all about the fertility goddess. Okay. And so, yeah, so I just wanted to say that real quick. I do have my spiritual fertility services available now. So I'm ready to start sprinkling some baby dust on people. And let me just say this. There is something weird that's happening when it comes to women and their fertility, and especially when you get over 30 or over 40, all of a sudden people are expecting you to dry up. I don't know why that is. I think it has something to do with something else that we don't want to bring up tonight because ill. But yeah, so there are a lot of people that are having trouble conceiving, and it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. We're dealing with a serious spiritual war, and So there's a lot of people that seem to have a problem with a fertile woman. And so, you know, it's just kind of like, yeah. And so I've never had trouble conceiving until I had a miscarriage. And I didn't necessarily do this ritual because I wasn't doing spiritual work back then, but I do know rituals to help you get pregnant if you are having trouble conceiving. For example, if you are having issues with ovulating, or if your cycles are up and down and back and forth. Okay. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. There are a lot of people that are extremely triggered by that, extremely. And I'm not real sure what that is about. But the other day I did upload a short video of an ovulation test, or my ovulation test that I did. And people were like going crazy, thumbsing down the video. I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Flag it? And so there's a lot of people that hate women, just to let you guys know. And their energy affects us every single day. I have had some of the worst PMS symptoms. I have had some of the worst. And it's because we've got energy vampires out there. So some of you may try in vitro fertilization. You may try an intrauterine insemination, which is IUI, and it's just not working. You're just not getting pregnant. It could absolutely be a spiritual reason behind that. In particular, because I noticed that what got really popular, even on YouTube, is a lot of women conceiving outside of a relationship. And that's because of the obvious, right? That's because of the obvious. Because I know that even for me, eventually in another year, I'm going to plan on another another pregnancy, like within the year. So a lot of times the reason why you're not conceiving is because of spiritual reasons. Of course, it can be a physical reason, but mainly it's a spiritual reason. When you have a child, this is a spiritual occurrence. It is not just an egg and a sperm. This is a divine occurrence, because in my opinion, as a spiritualist, what I figured out is that your uterus is a portal. And if you look at the statistics for last year, there was a decline in births. And that is because of the current agenda, to reduce the population, which is going against nature totally and completely. And so there are a lot of people, especially fertile people, who are literally under attack. And some of you guys have been under that same attack. Your womb has been under that attack since you were a baby. And it's had such a profound effect on women, to where this whole menopause thing came up, which is a medical term. It's a medical term. Okay. Menopause, in my opinion, doesn't actually exist. Okay. So, especially not in your 30s and 40s, but there are some people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s who are being induced into menopause. They're trying to cause a lot of us to go into menopause, and particularly those of us that have a certain bloodline. Okay. So, and everybody's situation is going to be different, but I do have a fertility ritual that definitely does work. And I am 41 years old, and my cycle has always been 28 to 30 days. I've always had a perfect cycle. I've always ovulated. I kind of suspect that I didn't ovulate last month, which, this month when I did that ritual, I did it on myself. Okay. And I will link the video to you guys. And I literally had one of the most powerful ovulations that I have ever had. Okay. Um, so the ritual definitely does work. It definitely will kickstart your fertility, and it'll definitely help you with some of those symptoms that a lot of women are feeling, because right now we're dealing with energies and entities and things that are literally trying to stop people from having children. And some of you guys have that issue. Okay. Some of you guys have an issue where, there could be somebody putting something on you. For example, I know for a fact that shortly after I got pregnant with my 6-year-old, there seemed to have been another hex. People will hex your womb. It is definitely possible. So the fertility ritual is available on the website. And let me just share screen with you guys. I'm going to show you show you the website real quick. So we are definitely expanding at Divine Services. And then also, this is going to be something that I am going to be helping a lot of people with. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys are going to have fears. Oh my God, am I going to give birth to Satan's child? Oh my God, am I going to give birth to a child that has, that has demons? No, you're not. Okay. You're not. In fact, you won't near about have the issues that I had, because I am a spiritualist. Okay. So, and I've got a lot of people that want to control me. They want to control my uterus. And it's so weird. And some of y'all have the same issue as well. Trust me. Okay. So when you go to the website, well, first of all, you want to go to readings and you want to get a consultation. Okay. But this is what the ritual looks like. This is the price. Okay. And what the reason why it's priced like this, because it does seem kind of low, is that you may not get pregnant on that first cycle. But what I will do is I will work with you on a month by month basis. Okay. So you will also have the option of getting a fertility bath kit. This is very important, but the ritual in itself is very important as well. Okay. So as you can see, the fertility bath kit is going to include enough herbs that are going to last you forever, not forever, but it'll last you at least 6 months to a year. And it'll include other stuff. And so that price does include all of the herbs, the meditation candles, the oils, as well as shipping. So the shipping is included in that price. So you do have that option. You don't have to get that option, but that option is available. I also have a male fertility add-on. Sometimes it's not always the woman. Now, the original ritual, the fertility ritual, if your mate does not have any issues, with his sperm count, then you won't need this. This is going to be for sperm count as well as virility. So I do have that option as well. Okay. And basically what it will do is it will not only increase your chances of conceiving a child, but, I know for a fact that I'm going to get a lot of people pregnant with this ritual. Okay. And I'm really, really excited about this, because the spirit has been wanting me to do this. And this is the year to do it. Okay. Now, like I said, make sure that you get the consultation. My consultations last anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Sometimes they only last for 30 minutes. Depends on the client. What you back there barking at? Sorry, guys. My dog is probably barking at a spirit back there. So what was I going to say? I kind of lost my train of thought. Make sure that you get the consultation. They last for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half. And what I do is I can sit down and I can see your babies. I can see the babies that are in the ether. And sometimes your gateway will be closed. Like I said, in my opinion, the uterus is a gateway, is what it is. Okay. And some of y'all, it's people out there that will close it for whatever reason, especially your friends and your cousins and your aunties and other folks that are jealous of you because you're married. Believe it or not, people do all sorts of things. I was explaining to you guys that a lot of people practice witchcraft. They just don't say it. So a lot of people will have what is called unexplained infertility. And it's just where you just cannot conceive. You've been through IVF, you've been through IUI, you've been trying for years and years and years. And so I am at the point where I am ready to help you guys, because I know that there's a lot of people that really want to conceive a child. Now, I will tell you that I will not do this ritual for everybody. Okay. If I tell you that this ritual is probably not a good choice for you, it's probably because I saw something in the cards that just did not seem right, or I saw something or felt something. Okay. But you guys don't have to worry about that. I always have the option of saying, I don't think that this ritual would benefit you. Okay. But there's a lot of people that I am willing to help conceive a child, because there's some people that want to conceive a child for devious demonic reasons, and then sometimes that could be the reason why your gateway gets closed. But a lot of you, it's either your ex. Okay. Let's say that you were married, you got divorced, you're in your late 30s or 40s, and you're remarried, and you want to get pregnant by your new husband. Well, guess what? Your ex is trying to stop it. Okay? They're trying to stop it. No one will ever understand why some people become totally obsessed with a woman's uterus to the point where they want to control the uterus. I don't know why people do that, but it is what it is. Okay? So there's always a spell for that. Now, some of you, I may advise for you to get a hex removal. Okay. So it just really depends on the situation. And if you have a hex on you, if you have a bona fide hardcore hex on your uterus, and they will hex your man too. If you have that on your uterus, then you'll want to get a hex removal specified for your fertility, and then whatever it is, because I've actually witnessed this. I've actually, had relationships with other people since my ex from 20 years ago, and he's still holding the torch. And, they can cause your man to not be virile, to not be able to produce. And trust me, they're watching your cycle. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. I swear to you. I don't get it. I don't, but I think that probably what it is just obsession. So what I would suggest that you do is get the hex removal first, and then wait at least 3 moon cycles to do the fertility ritual. Now, if you want to do it quicker than that, then you want to wait at least a month. But so if I see a hex, we need to do the hex removal first, and then the next cycle, we'll do your fertility ritual, because you want to give your uterus time to clear out of that energy. Okay. Now, if you're not having a period, that can be a problem, because what that lets me know is that there's not enough blood flow that is going to the uterus. It's all sorts of reasons why you wouldn't be having a period. In that case, you would definitely want to get the fertility kit, especially if you are not interested in using any kind of drugs that come from the pharmacy. Some people just don't feel comfortable with that. That's just like some people don't feel comfortable taking a morning after pill. you never know what it is that you're taking, and you never know what impact it's going to have on your body. So if you are somebody that loves to do things the natural way, and if you like to go with nature, this is going to be the perfect ritual for you. And like I said, it's not just that 1 month. So it would cost you $500 per cycle, but it's worth it. Okay. And what I anticipate is getting a huge response from this, because I've already been getting a response, and trust and believe the people that are on Agenda 21, they've been trying to work that off. They've been trying to push people off of that, but they can't stop nothing. Okay. There are souls that need to be brought in. There are women that need to be a mother. That is a woman's instinct, is to be a mother. And when you take that right away from her, you are going against nature. You are in total violation. And there's a lot of people that are doing that, a lot of them. And you don't have to sit there with an empty womb and be sad. You don't. Now, if you're somebody that is having like back-to-back miscarriages, then you would just want to get the same ritual. And I got a ritual for that too. Okay. So it's finally here. And I wish that I could jump on camera, but I'm kind of like half dressed or whatever, because you guys know that I work from home. And I'm really excited to be able to introduce this on Easter. This was the perfect day for this, and I didn't want to miss it. And there was a lot of distraction. They were really, really, really trying to distract me, y'all. And so, but the reason why they attack so much is because I'm an authentic spiritualist. That's the reason why. Okay. And, they know that what I am doing is I am going with nature, and they can't stand that, because a lot of you, they have you on birth control pills. They have you with these IUDs and stuff and all of that. And that's understandable, because if you didn't have those birth control methods, I mean, you'd have about 15, 20 kids, some of y'all. Okay. And so, but when you are ready to conceive and you're having problems, because those drugs and medications will cause fertility issues. They will. Okay. And again, if you are not taking birth control, I mean, literally, I was celibate for years. And for some reason, these people were still trying to do spiritual work to basically kill my fertility. And they just go around the internet talking about your eggs are this, your eggs are that. Well, see, this is the whole thing about it. When you are someone like me, I have the physical and the spiritual ability to get pregnant. So I've actually been spiritually pregnant. And when I say that, guys, it's an actual real. So they want to carry that on. When you have a physical child in your womb, it's really hard for those interdimensional beings to attack you. And they will try to steal your eggs. They'll try to steal your period. They'll try to steal your eggs. And they're very angry about it. They're very upset. No one understands why. It's going to be different reasons for different ones of you. But the main element is your ex-men. I don't want her to get pregnant by nobody. And I'm going to mess up her child. And I'm going to do this and do that. And it's just a horrifying. It's very horrifying. It really is. It's horrific. The lengths that they go through, And some of you guys do have hexes on your wombs. That ritual will remove the hex. But if you have like a general hex on you or a generational hex, then, because if you're a woman and you can't conceive, that is heartbreaking. And a lot of people, you know what? They're angry about it and they don't know what to do. But you know what? The reason why? It's a spiritual reason. Years ago, I read this manifesto online, and it was a woman that could not conceive. And this manifesto that she wrote was so hateful. It was so hateful. And it was very demonic because, she was yelling and screaming, and I'm angry because I can't have a baby, and screw everybody. I hate everybody. I hate everybody and their babies. And see, that should give you the first clue as to what is going on, because if you can't celebrate other people's babies, then there could be a problem. Now, if you generally are having infertility, it is a spiritual reason for that, okay? It is absolutely a spiritual reason. It is, and there's no getting around it. There's no debating it at this point. Okay. So there are going to be instructions that I'm going to give you. Obviously, you want to be able to pinpoint when you're ovulating or if you're ovulating. So just like your fertility doctor, I'm going to suggest that you get a basal body thermometer and some ovulation predictor kits. Don't get those really expensive ones at the store. They only give you like 7 or 10. You can actually order the little strips online, and they're like, you get 50 or 100 for $20. So there's specific instructions and specific tools that you need, and I will be your go-to. You can ask any of my clients when they need me. I'm always there. So I'll go through that entire cycle with you, cycle by cycle, until we conceive, or until you conceive. Not we, but you guys know what I mean, okay? So just to let you guys know, you're not going to give birth to a black baby, okay? If you're white and you need this ritual, you're not going to have a baby that looks like Divine Mommy. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be your husband's egg and your husband's sperm and your egg, okay? Or either whoever. There are some women that choose to conceive with a donor. And that is because of the drama and the pain and the anguish sometimes of dealing with relationships, which, by the way, is another hex. Okay? There's some people that are just dead set on destroying you. In particular, sometimes it can be your mother and your father. Even though they don't have to buy milk, they don't have to buy diapers, but it's just, because my mother only had 1 kid and I had 4 and 1 angel baby. And it was a really painful experience going through a pregnancy loss. That is horrible, but it was definitely spiritually induced. So this is the reason why a lot of people don't want to tell people that they're pregnant. If they are pregnant, they don't want to tell people, because people are going to instantly start attacking their womb. And you guys have even seen, there's witches out here that can do miscarriage spells. So if you suspect somebody is a witch around you, basically they're sacrificing the kid. Whenever you see whenever you see a witch doing something like that, it's a form of human sacrifice is what it is. And so this is why a lot of women don't want to tell people that they're pregnant. I know that for me, it sparked a huge controversy. There's people angry that I uploaded that ovulation predictor kit. But see, here's the kicker. Hey, Spiritual, hello. Thank you, babe. Thank you. Blessings to you too. I only wish that I would have done my ritual months ago, but it's divine timing, and I did it just in time for this full moon. And you can just sense those energies just attacking women with children. It's crazy. And so it's a choice that you have to make. Some of you, it's a choice that you have to make. Do you want to be a mother, or do you not want to be a mother? Do you want to be a father, or do you not want to be a father? Okay. So, you guys have a lot of power in your hands over here, and I would suggest you guys use it. But the funny thing about it is that I'm not even trying to get pregnant, and these people were upset. I just wanted to make sure that my body was working correctly. Your body should be producing certain hormones at certain times of the month, and nobody should be trying to infiltrate your cycle. Nobody. Now, some of y'all have iron deficiencies. That's why you're so tired. So I would suggest that you get on an iron supplement and then even a prenatal vitamin, even before you purchase the ritual. So there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to suggest that you do. And the medical field fully supports me on this because there are some, I actually, when I was seeing a therapist after I found that stink bug in my spinach, um, my therapist, she just loved me. She said, there's some people that I can't help. I'm going to send them to you. So that it's the same thing with doctors. If it's something that's medically unexplained, then you can absolutely come to me. And I'm also a healer. So I do work healing magic for people. And I'm just going to give you guys just to let you guys know, it's important for you to understand the value of healing. There's a lot of people that don't, because what they do is they shut themselves off. And that's not the proper thing to do. So it is a healing ritual to heal your womb, but it's also a fertility ritual. And so just to let you guys know, I don't have a vegan option for that. Okay, we use eggs. That's the reason why on Easter, by tradition, people always do Easter egg hunts because eggs are related to fertility and eggs are very, very nutritious. They are one of the most nutrient dense foods in the world. Okay, so eggs are really good, chicken eggs, duck eggs, quail eggs, any kind of egg. Okay, so this is not vegan, just to let you guys know. Um, and if you are vegan, I would suggest you start incorporating red meat in your diet if you want a baby. Because what I've heard is that vegans can often lose their cycle, which means that you're probably not fertile. Okay. And I know how it feels to go through that because I think I took birth control for one cycle and I was just messed up. I was angry. I was masculine. And that's exactly what they do. See, as a woman, your cycle is supposed to flow. And we've got a lot of people that are off balance and they want to throw you off balance. I'm very lucky. My cycle always comes every um, 28 to 30 days, like I said. And there's a lot of people that know my cycle and, you can tell, but, they're just my babies. I got a lot of babies out there, even older people. They're just babies to me. Okay. Especially when they're confused and they're hurt, about certain things. And so, it's just the reality of who I am. I always have that spirit guide that comes to me and says, remember who you are. And so this is why these people are kind of circling you, And so we had a lot of blessings this month, a lot of blessings. And then also Jupiter is in retrograde, which has been good and bad for some. I know this full moon has just been crazy. Anyway, I am going to make sure that I go by your certain cycle. And just to let you guys know that once you start doing this fertility work with me, your cycle might start to match my cycle. It might. You never know. I ovulate on the new moon and no, I'm sorry. I ovulate on the full moon and I have my period on the new moon. And for some reason in April, it was literally, I started exactly on the new moon and then I ovulated exactly during the full moon. So that was a sign from the heavens. Okay. It really was. So anyway, the link to my website is below. I always do a very thorough consultation, and the consultations are very informative. And also, a lot of you are going to have to accept that there are witches in your life, and they are doing certain things to certain people. For example, if you are a very fertile woman like me, they come and they feed off of you because I'm the empress. They just come and pick flowers off of me. And it's actually pretty cute. But, some people are kind of greedy and they, and they, and they taking too much. So you have to block those people out. So I will do an analysis of that because more than likely it's a witch. Unexplained infertility is witchcraft. Okay. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you guys later. Have a happy, happy Easter. Hug your babies for me. Kiss them for me. Love your family. Okay. Love yourself. And, that's just it. That's what I want to say. Happy Easter, y'all. Love and light.